friends, Peter from FSBushcraft. So Cole and I are out on the trail. We just turned around and cut through. As I say, we're kind of doing, a little fun overnighter, packing the 10 items that we packed and going into a spot that we don't normally go. And as you can tell, fun bushes to turn around and try to get through. A bunch of raspberry bushes and blackberries, and thank God I wore my jeans. I wasn't going to wear them, but I was going to wear my cotton pants, but now I wish I had have, because man, she's hot. It's 28 here, so Fahrenheit, roughly, we just figured it out, roughly about 86. We don't like heat like that. And sweating like bullets. Like I said, I didn't bring water, so we're heading down over the hill. We know there's a lake, and getting some water, so we're only about 15-20 minutes away. But when we get down there, we'll continue on. She's nice and toasty, but God, it's good to be back out again. We'll flip you on when we get to the spot, and I'll show you where we're at. Hey, so once again, had to stop for a little bit. Man, she's warm. And sweating. But I sat down, and I'm getting excited because I see water. So we're close. It's only about, oh gosh, I don't know, about 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes from the last time I had the camera out. But yeah, so like we were saying, and you'll see in Cole's video, as I mentioned, that it's kind of fun to do once in a while. It's like I said last night when I recorded the 10 items that I turned around and had. It was just something I thought, you know what, I've been so busy all summer long building the cabin and haven't gone out a whole lot, and I thought, hey, be kind of a fun thing called, Cole at the last minute. I said, hey, let's do a camp out. Can you get out? And then he added the challenge, hey, let's make it really fun. And let's only pick 10 items, which, made it a lot of fun. But like I said, it's not as easy as you turn around and think, guys. Like I said, I definitely, challenged Donnie Pavellini and turned around and challenged Chris from Woodcraft to give it a shot. And feel for anybody else out there. It's fun. It's been a long time since I trekked through the bush like this. But we're almost there. So once we find a spot and set up camp, I'll show you what the setup is that we got. Till then. Hallelujah! Made it! Water! That was a turn around and see. I said sorry for shaking, guys. Totally freehand. That might not be showing it out very well in the camera, but it's about a 45-degree pitch going up. We just walked down, but we hit the lake. It's nice. But hit a couple of spots right here where we come out at. It's kind of marshy and stuff, so I'm gonna go over that way and take a look. As you can see, what I'm looking at is got some of the cedar that's growing straight up right there, and in the background, if you turn on and notice, there's some spruce. And if I look now, that spruce up there is dead, but you can see how it's growing straight up. There's a couple of maple up there as well, growing straight up. Now what I'm getting at about the straight up is, in a survival situation, that's kind of a dead giveaway that there is going to turn around and be some flat ground around. And the reason being is that, if anybody knows, if you pay attention to trees, like that one right there is a prime example. You can see how, I don't know how well it's coming out, but if I get my finger, you see how it's got that curve to it. That's because of the trees growing on the side of a cliff. And obviously it's coming out, and as we all know, what do the trees do? They try to grow towards the sun. So it's leaning out. So that goes to show you that it's on a cliff and it's hanging out. Whereas the stuff over here is growing up nice and straight. So guaranteed there's going to be a small area. It might not be big, but it's going to be a spot that you can turn around and put a small shelter or something. Like, here's another example of what I'm getting at. See these trees here? You can see how they're all, they all got the bow in them because of the fact they're on the cliff. So that when they're growing, right, as they grow and they get thicker in the weight, they start to come down the hill. But then because trees try to grow towards the sun, they start to shoot back up again. So that's just a little trick. I know I've never heard of anybody talk about it on YouTube. Possibly have, I just never seen it. but it's one of the things that my survival training with the military and stuff like that is something you look for. Now, as I say, if we look across the lake, so you can tell that's pretty much all nice, flat, somewhat flat ground that's over there, and see how all the trees are all growing perfectly straight up and down. They're not bowing, they're not bending out or anything at all. Whereas, like I say, if we look where Wayne and I just come down, you can see how all the trees are not growing straight. They're all wick-whack and every which way. But anyway, we're going to turn around and find a spot, set up camp. But I just figured while we were here, I'd mention that. Just kind of doing a little overnight with the 10 items and doing a little miniature, not really a survival thing, but you know, just coming out and having fun. That's what it's all about, guys. Get out, do something different, something out of the norm, rather than, you know, just throwing stuff as we always do into our pack and, you know, always go to the same spot all the time. And you know, it's like Wayne and I turned around and say, what we do on a regular basis is pretty much camping to us. It's like going to a cabin or a cottage. This is how we grew up. This is the way that we used to do it. And it's time to get back to that way. So anyway, get back to you when we get to our shelter spot. Okay, just came back quick, guys. Water. One of the most definitely most important, I would put number one on any survival thing, is water. Yeah, I just thought I'd turn it on. Just kind of a real quick cap. 10 items that I turned around and picked. Once again, I turned around and brought my Sawyer Mini. Wayne and I turned around and now, mind you, know, as most of you know that have them, you know, it's got the pouch, you know, you got your filter, it's got the cleaning thing and the tube and all that for drinking. But, you know, as I said, we're just having fun. So we included the whole Sawyer Mini as being just one kit. And the reason being is, I mean, with the water, we're here at the lake. We've never drank from this water. This is a brand new lake that we've come to. We know it's here, but we've just never been down to it. But, you know, you don't know what's in it. So, yeah, we could have stopped and we could have boiled it and everything else. But, like I said, we picked the items and we just came in kind of roughing it for 24 hours. So the Sawyer Mini definitely is a huge advantage to that, because now there's no reason to have to worry about boiling the water. Now, in an actual true survival situation, I would turn around and I personally myself would say, if I had the Sawyer Mini and I did have a pot, I would still probably do both. Just, I know the Sawyer Mini, you know, it's 99.9, it's been tested, great product, love the product, but you know, just to be that absolutely extra precaution, most definitely you could turn around and do it, and you know, it'll help turn around and take away some of the taste too, believe it or not, boiling the water. But kind of tastes like warm bath water, but it's water. So anyway, we'll get back to that soon. Back again. Well, I think we found a spot that we're going to camp for the night, after trekking through all that bush. Whoo! I am like dying of sweat and soaked. So yeah, definitely get a spot. I think kind of looking around, show you where we are, kind of stuff that we're in. The lake is right there at the end of it. So we walked up, came to the end, and there's a stream. I don't know how well the camera's bringing it in, but there's a little stream right there. So we've got water. So I'm gonna make my shelter with the items I brought. Now, I don't think I'm gonna be able to turn and do the shelter that I had in mind, just because where we are, there's quite a bit of rocks and stuff like that around here. But I have an idea for a shelter that I'm gonna build. So once I get that done, I'll come back and see, I get a little fire going. I'm gonna dry out my shirt. It's soaked, because I didn't bring no extra clothes, because I wanted to turn around and do it as a minimal and kind of a practice survival scenario. So what I had, and that's it, nothing more. So once I get that set up, I'll be back.